Good evening. It is 19 hours 20 in Guyana, and you're listening to Kaieteur Radio, of course. It's the radio with a difference. It's time for the Lall show, and before we get things started, let me point out that it is Friday. It's Friday, and we're in good company, decked out in blue. Mr. Lall, are you feeling blue this evening?
Blue? Yeah, like my blue. All right. Listen, the politicians wearing blue. Why can't I wear blue? Who knows, maybe I'll become a politician. I don't know.
Be a good thing.
All right. Yes, Kevin. Namaste. Namaste, guys. Raj. Uncle and Auntie, I love you people. Like Kevin says, it's a weekend. I don't know what you have planned for me. But I am told that some of you were very upset with me Wednesday playing our Vice President press conference. Sometimes, Uncle and Auntie, you have to listen to these people to hear the nonsense coming out their mouths, what they should be focusing on, and what they speak when they hold these press conferences. Aubrey Norton is no different, the PNC. When them hold press conferences, I'm so tired. I don't even want to listen to them. They are not doing anything, saying anything, or working for the Guyanese people interests. So, I don't know, maybe I will not be playing them anymore. But some of the things from time to time, you'd have to hear. Because it's good. Some people don't believe some of the things I'm saying on this radio, every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You have many people out there who you cannot convince them unless they hear with their own ears what's coming out these people's mouth. So, having said that, I just want to let you know, hey, it's good to play it sometimes. All right, with that said, I want to say a special namaste to all of you. And thank you once again for listening to this program every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Tonight's topic is about the bottomless pit, the hellhole, the leaders taking this land into. Bharat Jagdev says, I am a dunce. I just tell so much lies that it bothers him that so many people listen to me. So, Uncle and Auntie, y'all have to stop listening to me and listen to him. Yes, that is what he said at his last press conference held yesterday. He's the only savior Guyana has. I want to tell him everything Lall put hand on, this whole world can see, it turns into gold. Unlike him, everything he puts his hand on either disappear from Guyana hands, bear no fruits, or turn caca. And with that, I say no more. Ow. ExxonMobil said Justice Kissoon didn't take into consideration their financial capabilities when he ordered full protection for Guyana from an oil spill. Well, Uncle, if they're so rich to deal with an oil spill, why don't they put it in writing? Why don't they legally bind themselves to it? After all, an oil spill can destroy our future and that of future generations. It has happened all over the world where Exxon and other oil companies have walked away when disaster strikes. Many countries, Uncle, they didn't even had money to fight them in court. Yes, to take care of them with the damages caused because they didn't have the proper documents in their hands to bind the oil companies. So what happened to those countries and their citizens? They're left. They're left to fend for themselves. I have talked many times about this thing. And I've even given examples all over the world. What happens? And this is exactly, Uncle, where Guyana finds itself today. In that same boat. Lots of talking, but nothing in writing. Two Guyanese moved to the court with the help of international lawyers to get ExxonMobil to hand us that full protection in writing, and won. And won. Before Exxon could have decided to comply with Judge Kissoon's ruling, man, the government of Guyana decided that they will lead the way in appealing the judge's decision. And right away after that, ExxonMobil jump in and join them. Oh, my God. Who'd up on you side, Uncle? If your own government is not on your side, then what you have? Gregory? I don't know. I just don't know. Let me say this thing simple as I can. This appeal against Justice Kissoon's ruling is to be heard by 3 judges. The one part, or I should say the part in which Exxon has to put that unlimited parent company guarantee in place within 30 days and hand it to Guyana, was heard by Justice Rishi Prasad yesterday. That was heard yesterday, just a one single part. And in his ruling yesterday, he said Exxon must hand Guyana a $2 billion guarantee within 10 days until the full hearing of the appeal is heard by the 3 judges. Am I clear, Greg?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. So this unlimited parent company guarantee is not over as yet. We have to wait and see what decision the 3 judges will make and what happens after. Yes, what happens after, if it will reach the CCJ, the Caribbean Court of Justice. Oh, Guyana. I don't know where we're heading. But always remember, Uncle, we can't give up hope. Hope sometimes can be the only thing that you have left to hold on to. And of course, Gregory, prayers.
Move mountains.
We will come out winners. I know so and I believe so. That man above is not sleeping and he is on our side. So we can never lose more than what we're losing right now, Uncle. It will be unfair to all of us. So have hope, like me. It's Friday. Friday for some, it's a holy day. And for others, it's a joyful day. Pick which one you want to be in, Kevin. Which one you want? All right. Other than full protection from an oil spill we are facing, I want to expand a little more on the dangers that face all of us with this oil operation that is going on and what it means for me, you, and more so the poor people of this country. So I want you guys to listen to me carefully. who says Guyana is moving forward with all this wealth. Please tell them Glenn Lall say they are fools who need to take a full course in business. You hear what I said, Gregory?
Yeah.
Good. This country and 99% of the population is moving 10,000 steps backward every passing day with this oil operation. And neither the PNC or the PPP has a clue of what they both doing to us and this country. Tonight, I want to highlight some very troubling and worrying issues that has been on my mind ever since. At the end of this program, Uncle, I want you guys to tell me if Guyana is going to be a first world country or a bottomless pit, a hellhole. That's all I want you to tell me. Let's begin with the traffic congestion or madness that is going on, especially in the city of Georgetown, where the engine of growth begins and ends. Georgetown is not only the capital, but is where all the movers and shakers of this country operates. Every minute of the day, container trucks with oil equipment, heavy-duty trucks with construction materials like sand, stone, cement, for the oil boom development is creating havoc in this city, Uncle. Yes, damaging all the roads. Is this progress or is this digging a hellhole? Let's take this one by one. What becomes of the thousands of employees that are stuck in traffic daily, heading to and from work? Yes, in the private sector and the public sectors. Anybody can tell me? Workers are late every day, which means man hours are lost. And lost man hours means loss of money. Lost time means less production and less productivity, Uncle. When people losing valuable time stuck in traffic, they could have been doing something better for themselves. I don't have to explain more, do I? I used to take 5 minutes from my home. Now with the traffic, it takes about 20 minutes. Every driver knows. Every passenger feels it. More time spent in traffic congestions sends up your stress level. It causes frustration. It even causes accidents since drivers lose their concentration. My reporter lost her concentration in traffic and nearly killed herself trying to get to work early a few days ago. You're hearing every day about mental health issues, Uncle. The situation on the road is adding to our mental problems with stress that comes with that traffic. Man, being in traffic can drain your energy. The constant stopping and moving gets you sick and tired. I just look at some of my workers when they come to work. They just look like they work whole night and tired. Imagine a pregnant woman got to rush to the hospital driving through that traffic. She can deliver a baby in the car or on some roadside. Man, Gregory, stand up on the road in that traffic and smell the toxic fumes in the air that you're breathing in from those vehicles, whether they're driving or they stop. What do you think happening to your lungs there and your health, uncle? Huh? Even the environment is being polluted. Is this country moving up, or are you heading into a bottomless pit, a hellhole? Just asking again, Gregory. We moving, or we moving forward, Gregory, or are you moving backward?
10 pace backward.
The madness on the road is not only draining your energy, being in the traffic congestion, man, Gregory, this thing draining your gas tank faster than you can think. An extra 15 minutes, extra 30 minutes in the traffic. Oh, more gas burning in those vehicles, uncle. Be it private or public. Or even Exxon vehicles. Is Guyana moving this way? Is Guyana moving forward this way?
No.
Or are you draining your pockets? I just asking, brother. Where are you finding the extra gas money from, Gregory?
Well,
Kevin?
That's a hard question, sir.
Oil money coming in your pocket?
No.
Persons who live on the East Bank, the East Coast and West Coast, are taking longer to get home. It means less time spent with your children, with your family, and less sleep, since people still have to go home and cook dinner. Yes, cook dinner for their families, uncle. Look at the damage and destruction caused by the movement of containers and trucks. Look at it. The oil company is destroying our roadways like never before. In order to service ExxonMobil and the oil companies, man, there are more trucks, uncle, more heavy-duty vehicles, auntie, and lots more container vehicles using our roadways day and night. When you sleep in, you should see them container trucks on the roads. Yes, round the clock. You have any idea what these container trucks and heavy-duty vehicles doing to our roads? Putting tremendous pressure on the surface of our roads, uncle.
That were not built for such pressure.
Destroying them over time and leading to more money having to be spent to repair and rebuild them. These vehicles, due to their weight and size, exert more pressure on the road service than the regular passenger cars and minibuses, resulting in the damages you're seeing every day on them. Look at some of the roads. You used to see holes and little breakaway here and there. Now, the whole road twisting on one side. Look at them. It looked like if a man gets stroke. And if you don't have eyes, you can borrow mine to see it. Many roads becoming the trench or they're in the trench. Man, the heavy duty vehicles are also destroying the parapets, and the constant stress from these vehicles daily weakening the road's foundation, uncle. Yes. You know, when you reduce when you weaken the road foundation, you reduce the lifespan of it, uncle. 40 years. Yes. I've been living in Georgetown. I never see roads blocking up this way. The way it's happening today, I never see that. Repairing the damages caused by container trucks and heavy-duty vehicles is extremely costly to this nation. Not only to the government, but also our pockets. When I say our pockets, I mean when your vehicle drop in one of them pothole, see what becomes of it. You got to run to the mechanic shop, or you got to run to the body shop, or the spare parts shop. So what we have here, a threefold issue to deal with. You have to find money to repair your vehicles. The government have to borrow more loans to fix back the roads, and find money to fix back the government vehicles too. And those same heavy-duty vehicles, uncle, being used by the oil companies to block up the road, when them block up, yes, y'all don't know this one. When them da block up, we're blocking up the road, your oil money does be coming out to fix them back. It's all part of the expenses of the oil companies. So basically, your oil money paying for those vehicles to block up the road, that is blocking up all of we pocket. This is business, Kevin? Yeah, man, this is business. Guyana is moving forward, or is heading into a hellhole. I'm just asking again. And when they have to fix back the roads with the borrow money, man, you don't want to know the pain and suffering people got to go through in those lines. Today, a few days now, they're fixing a piece of road in Albaiston. And you got to see the madness in the city. People heading to Timeri or heading on the west coast of Demerara. Oh boy, I'm sorry for you people. They were fixing a little piece at Grove on the east bank of Demerara. That took them a few months. It finished. Oh, during that period, it used to take no less than 3 hours from Georgetown to get to Timeri if you got to catch a plane. Like I said, it's finished. And you have to go see the holes in it presently. Less than a few months. Whew. You know who rocking it up? Are your car and a minibus. Not them big vehicles. This is progress according to the PPP and the PNC. Progress in the richest country per capita and the fastest growing economy on earth. This is progress. Still going forward? Or we are digging a deeper hole? I'm just asking. The more you fix, the faster it's breaking up. It's a vicious cycle, uncle. Yes. It now starts, auntie. The cycle now starts. Oh. Oh, the faster you fix, it's breaking up. And this thing only began when we discover oil. You notice that? These misfits we have for leaders can't see it. They have the vision to see tomorrow. Or the sight to only see today, I should say, man. Uncle, is Guyana moving up? Or you're heading into a bottomless pit? I tell you all something Wednesday. A religious leader shared with me. I want to share it back with you people. The man said, the greatest gift our Creator has given man is not the gift of sight, but it's the gift of vision. He said the sight is the gift of the eyes, while the vision is the function of the heart. Then he went on to explain, the eyes are limited to what it can see, but the vision of the heart is limited only by the boundaries of your imagination. Well said, well put together. I love it. Then the leader went on further to say, the greatest enemy of your vision is your sight, because your sight restricts you to what you can see today only. And give a beautiful example. He said, progressive people in society are always considered crazy because they keep on seeing things that other people cannot see. Hence he said, vision is the heart, uncle. It's the beginning of business. Business people, they see things so clearly that they have to describe it to these morons who can't see it. Wow. Wow. Your leader seeing anything? Just asking. Or they see in their pockets and bank books. Let's go a little further, uncle, please. Yes, let's go a little further into the construction boom that the government, the opposition, and the world is boasting about. They said Guyana is moving. Moving where? 5 years ago, any Guyanese could have built a decent sized house between $7 to $10 million, or even a little less. Yes, 5 years ago. Today, you don't have 15, 20 million. Just stay where you are in the renting house or in the same shack you're living in. Just stay there. Steel price actually double. Stone double and it's scarce. Yes, you can't even get stone. Cement price the same thing. Workmanship, oh buddy, that triple. All because of the construction boom going on to support this oil industry. Where does that leave you and me, uncle? Yes, where does it leave the masses who have been dreaming of owning their own home? Salaries have increased. Are you getting anything out of the oil to catch up with those soaring prices? I'm just asking, uncle. You tell me. Prices going up every day on everything. The oil money kicking in. You know what kicking in, uncle? Once a year, handouts, little grants here and there. And at year end, they're going to give the giant services a bonus. That is what kicking in. Y'all tell me, if our lives getting better, or we heading down a bottomless pit, the hellhole. Just tell me. The traffic madness, the government and the opposition paying a blind eye and a deaf ears to. And now, with the construction cost, it can only be a dream for a small man to own a house. It's only a dream, uncle and auntie, if I are poor. A touch on the traffic congestion, destruction of the roads, construction boom, and what it means for you and the small man who looking to build a home. Now let's talk about the court system. We don't have enough judges to hear the matters that are before them, which causes the system to have a huge backlog as far back as 10 years. And now they have a number of court cases being filed due to the oil operations eating up the judge's time. Because of course, uncle and auntie, some of these matters are priorities. You know what is priorities, uncle and auntie? He come first. Yes. They come first. In front all of your case, what they're sitting years now. So what becomes of you and I, who have court cases pending years now? I'm just asking. Justice coming your way? Yeah, uncle? Or justice coming the hell way fashion? I'm just asking again. Some of you gone dead, and them cases will never be heard. I don't know if y'all notice this one too. Due to the oil operations, the oil company is grabbing up the best employees in the country. Yes. From the banks, the ministries, the private sector, the big and the small businesses, leaving the second quality workers to develop their businesses and this country. This country will become a first world country according to Jack Dale and Norton them. What do you say, uncle? The oil companies taking our oil money, yes, ripping out the best employees who are supposed to be developing Guyana to help them thief out we wealth. Oh, buddy, oh, I love this place. I love this place, Kevin. The oil company taking we oil money and thief out we bright people to help them thief out the oil. And this is how this country can develop. I love this country. And I love the leaders too. You too, uncle. You love them, right? Jack Dave said at his press conference yesterday, Lall is lie. And he don't know why so many people does listen to him and believe what he say. Monday, June 12. Go and vote for them. Yes, vote for them and let's move on. Whole day, whole night, traffic police can be seen escorting the oil trucks with those heavy, huge equipment. Oh boy. Uncle, They have them permanent at Houston. Yes. They have them permanent at Houston. All hours in the morning, directing the traffic. Just to slow up. I should say just not to slow up the oil operations. You hear that? You get into an accident, or me get into an accident. Where is the police to help you? You better find a way to the police station and deal with it. Or deal with it yourself. You tax dollars paying the policemen and women to escort and give the right away to the oil companies for them to rob us faster. Man, this is progress, uncle. Soon, they're going to be taking our soldiers to keep you in line for them to continue reaping and raping this land. Watch and see. Wait, watch and see. The traffic congestion, the destruction of the roads, construction boom, the court system, the grabbing up of the best employees, using the police force to fast track the thievery. Man, are you going good? Are you going faster than Lall expected? And I didn't include or touch the fishing industry. And the destruction of our crops. No, I didn't include that. The pollution of the atmosphere with the flaring. I didn't touch that. Along with the pollution of the drinking water. Or the hazardous materials being dumped on land and at sea. And many, many others I didn't touch. Uncle, me ain't even touch many, many things as yet that is leading us straight into that bottomless pit, that hellhole. But I want all of you to wake up early Monday morning. Put on your nice dandan and go out and stain your finger for them. Progress is coming. Yes. Progress is coming your way. Kevin, if only I had $100,000 to pay every person to listen to the PPP and the PNC press conferences, I would have done it. But unfortunately, God Almighty has not blessed me with that kind of resources as yet. Here this one, Kevin, before you take any phone call. Scientists say the universe is made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. They forget to mention morons. Uncle, electrons is a thing that gives out negative charge, and protons gives out positive charge. Neutrons, on the other hand, is neutral. What do you say about morons? What charge them giving out? Oh gosh, the morons like what we got in Guyana, auntie. What charge them have? I better get trees in charge for them. If not, the hellhole waiting for every Guyanese. One of my employees asked me, "Boss, why you only hiring married men?" I said, because they're used to taking orders and being yelled at. That's from their wives. Most of these politicians we have here, Uncle, taking orders from their new wife, ExxonMobil. And when Glenn Lall exposed them, they get very upset and say, I am a dunce. You have it there, right? I want you guys to listen to a minute. And you'll hear what Barrett Jagdeo say about Glenn yesterday at the press conference. Play it for them.
I see Glenn Lall is now talking about who to vote for and all of that. Normally I ignore him because he's been misleading people a long time with the hope that he could probably, I saw one of the people who organized some small community meeting for him with a smattering of people in Essequibo. Yeah, when I was in Essequibo and spoke with the activists, they said the same guy is on the APNU list of candidates. So I have no doubt that, like the AFC, Glenn Lall and the others, they're already trying to put together a political party. So they start off by saying, oh, we fight for Ghana, we're fighting Exxon, etc. When you look at the membership of the party, which I'll come to after the local government elections, you'd see half of them were trying to get contracts with Exxon, and a bunch of crooks. But today I'm not going to deal with that. But this guy, clearly, he has made stupidity and ignorance a virtue in his world. And that is something that profoundly bothers me, that people could listen to this nonsense over and over and over again with such great lies. And it bothers
Uncle, it's too much, man. It went on. Glenn Lall really hurt the man's heart. Glenn Lall really hurt the man's feelings. You think at a press conference, the man not talk about Glenn Lall. You hear how he say I'm a dunce? A lie. At least, Uncle, Glenn Lall can walk this country in every village with my head held up very high. Not a single human can say, I am a crook, I dishonest, call me a thief, or even say they buy me a drink or I take anything from them. I wonder, Uncle, how many of them in the PPP, the PNC, and the AFC, especially the same man Barrett Jagdeo, can walk around this country without their names not being called in corrupt and crookishness. I wonder if that can ever happen. You think that ever happened, Kevin? Let me end by repeating what I said earlier. Unless the PPP and the PNC declare that they will renegotiate that rip-off Exxon contract, you must not go out and stain your finger for them. They must say clearly that we will renegotiate that contract before I go out and vote for them, Uncle. These leaders are allowing billions of US dollars to slip through our fingers every single year. Let me list some of them for you. 1, them approving 10 and 12 billion US dollar project one after the other without verifying or checking them, Uncle. What do you think Exxon doing to Guyana there, man? You're approving them kind of money, 10, 12. There's a 3-year Guyana budget and nobody checking that. What do you think Exxon going to do to us? 2, They are not capping the interest rates on those investments out there, allowing Exxon to rob us billions each year. Billions, uncle, in interest rate alone. And we don't even getting a 1 billion when the year come. Is what going on with these people, man. 3. Exxon is taking out hundreds of millions of US on each project every year to clean up 20 years from now. Money that could have been earning interest for Guyana sits in Exxon hands. What kind of business this is, man? Are you help me to understand this thing, man? Help me. 4. They are not ring fencing these projects. Again, allowing Exxon to rob us in the billions of US by not ring fencing them project. Where are we going, brother? Huh? 5. Allowing Exxon to take out every year more money. Let me repeat this thing, man. More money than what Guyana getting in profits and royalties on something, on one something listed as depreciation and amortization on assets. On assets, uncle. That money coming out. On depreciation and amortization on assets none of us ever see or know. What is going on in this land, man? This island they belong to you? 6. Exxon quarterly and yearly inflated bills. The expenses, uncle, is not being properly monitored, verified, or checked. And that is being hidden from all of us. What do you think going on there, uncle? You got a business and not checking the bills. What do you think happening to this country? Wait, man. Are you really going and staying on your finger for these people? Okay. It's okay. 7. Giving away billions in taxes each year on these projects that can transform Guyana overnight into one of the best countries in this region. Is what going on here, man? Tell me. Are you telling me something, man? Number 8. The finger you're going to stain for them. Your present day livelihood plus future generations to come is not being protected from an oil spill. Man, I think I'm done for tonight. You're still going and endanger that finger? Come on there. Oh yes? They're giving away US billions in cleanup costs, depreciation and amortization, ring fencing, not verifying multi-billion US projects, not capping interest rates, no taxes, not a blind cent, not verifying Exxon expenses. And with all of that, them rushing to the foreign banks every day to borrow more and more loans on your back, further burdening this nation and its poor people. I just hope I stain the right finger or show them the right one come Monday. I don't have the right one, but you do. Please show them. and have a great weekend. Imagine you living, uncle. Imagine you living in the fastest growing economy on earth. And a 33-year-old captain attached to the Coast Guard unit got to do a second job to put food on the table for his family. Yes. 2 nights ago, this young man working in taxi, he work in a car, special hire, and a man hire him to go to North Rhineville. When they get to the destination, the passenger friend was waiting. They stick up this child, try to hijack his car. And the bandits end up shooting that captain dead. In an oil-rich country, uncle. Billions of US going out this country. And our brother dying like flea while hustling to put bread for his family with a second job doing private hire. Kevin,
Yes, sir.
I can't take it anymore.
It really is overbearing, and it's not something that just happened recently. It's been ongoing since the beginning of time. On that note, it's time for everyone to share their concerns, and you know the drill. 226-7453, 226-7454, 622-2222. You can also make a comment on the under the Facebook comment section, and share your concerns.
The amount of robbery going on in this country, the amount of crimes taking place in this land,
Unreported.
and 99% of them are not being reported. Look, like go in this kid house and empty it. Empty it. He was at work. And you living in the richest country on earth per person. The fastest growing economy on earth. And our brothers and sisters dying like ants. The man hustling at living, a decent, honest living. 33-year-old, life just gone. Man, wife and children, I don't know how many he have. What becomes of them?
I think what we're seeing is a great detachment of reality from the politicians themselves, because everything you've spoken about, especially when it comes to the road situation, none of the politicians, the president himself definitely does not feel it, because he just simply drives through traffic, and there are a lot of situations that a normal Guyanese feel every single day, but the politicians, they're up in their offices and their AC, and they would never have the understanding needed to make proper decisions for the people. And I think it's very important for the people to always let their voices be heard and share their frustrations, share their losses that they face every single day, and bring it to the politicians at every single opportunity they get, at every single avenue they have as well, because that's the only way we would actually get them to understand. And I think that's really important to note.
Kevin, that incident happened night before last. Bharat Jagdev PNC whole press conferences. Right? Bharat Jagdev talk about the 2 children that dead in the fire. But this captain that get killed with a bandit didn't interest him. You see?
Wow.
He want to portray, he's a good leader. I so love and care. It was a terrible thing for those 2 children die. But the captain who get shot
Who is it?
and killed during the carjacking, he didn't say nothing about that. He's ashamed to talk about that. This is what they do, man. This is how they play and prey on people's mind. You know, they portray themselves as if they're the best thing. Yes, and you guys must vote for them.
Do we have a caller on the line? We have a caller here. Good evening, caller. You're on to the Glenn Lall Show.
Good evening, good evening. What do you name, Mr. Lall?
Good evening. Go ahead.
I have one question for you, Mr. Lall. How much painkillers do you actually take on a Wednesday, Mondays, or Friday night before you go to bed when you finish your program?
I honestly don't use painkiller.
You know, honestly speaking, Mr. Lall, this thing is with apno, PNC, PPP, I disgust. And I'm fed up here, you waste the energy coming and talking to this nation and educate them. And like they still like them ain't got the ears, or maybe they got the ears and the hole in the ears for the hear what going on because or they ain't seeing what going on. I is a security man, and when you watch the road here so with them big truck what is they passing every night, containers, some big pipe, sometimes with some big hauler. Them police bike man have a traffic escort them in the night, sometimes 10, 12. 5, 6, 7. Every night you could get, let me say from 1 straight to 4 in the morning. I'm fed up. I don't know about nobody else, but I fed up. I personally fed up. And as I say, I would never vote for nobody. Nobody. Not the app, no, not the PPP. Because for me, they are all a pack of fools. Good night, sir.
They are a pack of thieves. Call them by their right names, man. Mr. Lumumba says call them by their right names. Thieves, only looking out for their pockets. And we have to stop them in their tracks with that. This is why Jack Dave them can't handle a Glenn Lall. They can't handle a Glenn Lall. Good evening. Good evening. It's not coming through. They can't handle a Glenn Lall because Glenn Lall is calling it as it is. Glenn Lall is highlighting and educating you people as to precisely what's going on in this country. This person phone is not coming through. The person doesn't have credit ticket.
Hello?
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good
Yes.
evening. Yes, listening to your program every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And,
Make your comments.
yes, and listening to the program and, getting to the greatest dilemma for Guyana is Bar Jagdio.
Go ahead.
And constantly listening to the program every night. And, it is real frustrating to know that, you're preaching to people, and everybody paying, as I said, deaf ears. And Jagdio he just sit down there and create more one of this morning at a heart or something.
I don't think so if you ask me. I don't think so if you ask me. He has a heart for himself only.
Yeah, because it's clear, I'm going to renegotiate this contract, and he get there and he's doing nothing. If I vote for any one out of them,
something wrong, PPP or PNC, I'm not voting for none of them. Thank you. This is my contribution.
Norton said the first 50 days, if he got a, he can call the exam back to the table to renegotiate. He can't call on them now. Yes, good evening, my friend.
Hi, good evening, sir. I hope you're okay because, like, when you just talk about when you just made your presentation, like I could feel my heart rate was going up. I don't know about, and I think this thing here is getting from worse to worse. If there is such, I mean, I invented that word worse. But let me say something. I don't know if the Guyanese people are on board with everything that you are saying. To hear Jack Deo at a press conference mentioning you is a very alarming thing because you have become a thorn in his side right now because of the truths that are being exposed on a daily basis now, and he can't take it. And I want to know if the Guyanese people themselves understand the gravity of what is being laid in front of them through your media house. This has never happened before. This is unprecedented. I mean, all the newspapers, they are silent, and some of them, well, they are on their side. They will not say anything. And Guyanese people, I am fed up with this aspect of it now. We're only telling them or they are listening, but we need to see the action. And I hope through their intentions come Monday, I would like to see that change in their thinking. If what you have been saying on the radio for the last 2 years or so, if we will know whether that has filtered down into the minds of these people. If not, we still have a lot of work to do.
Exactly.
I want to suspect that it has been too long now. It's getting over close to 2 generations. A generation, I think, is 30 years. So we're close to 60. And if the Guyanese people haven't been stirred based on what you have been exposing, I don't know what will stir them. I don't know. And I only hope that good wisdom and judgment prevail Monday, and they will do the right thing. Now, Mr. Lall, you know, I think it was last week or the same week, I can't remember what was it, but I asked the question, and you said you were going to find out. I don't know if you did, or if you had the time. What was the interest rate that Guyana is borrowing from Saudi Arabia for the $150 million? You know anything?
Oh, brother, we don't know. This information is not being put in the open.
Okay.
So, and all you hear, we borrow this and we borrow that. When you come to the terms and conditions of the loans, that is not being told to the Guyanese people.
And the Guyanese people, right? Look, these aunties and uncles, they're just happy with that. They see this man with a clean outlook, you know, well dressed up and going in front of the camera and only speaking as if, you know, what he's saying there is gospel truth. And they're just taking in this thing because, you know what? This thing has been happening for many years now, and the people's mind are so conditioned to accept the garbage that he has been spewing.
Yeah.
And not only he, on the opposition side. And, you know, it is alarming to know that the opposition, like, it's either hibernating at this moment because you don't hear anything. It's like they have gone down in the hole. It's like the winter season, you know, the animals that burrow and go into the hole. They gone there, they're hibernating, and they're allowing these people to get away with all the things that they want to do. Now, Guyanese people should understand something.
I'll tell you something. When you look back at what is going on here today, is one trend, one style these politicians know. It came from the PPP, jump into the PNC, onto the AFC, and now back into the PPP. So all of them, you see, it has to do with one's mental faculty. You know?
Yes.
The man is saying, Jagdev is saying that Glenn is a dunce. but I want to tell him he should come. I want to tell him he should come on my radio program. He had promised to come. He had promised to come back the next week and never did. So what you see going on here with not letting the Guyanese people see and know the terms and conditions of these loans has been a mantra for both the PPP, has been a mantra for both the PPP and the PNC. So it's a modus operandi keep on going through.
Yes. Now, the Guyanese people should understand that, and you've been saying this umpteen times on the air. Now we are getting oil money, little couscous money that we are getting.
Yes.
Why is it that we have to go and borrow loans? Don't they, the Guyanese people, don't they understand that if the government were to change tomorrow, that all these loans will be left on that incumbent government and on our necks to be repaid, and this government would have walked free away?
Exactly.
Don't they realize this thing? Why are we taking this loan? To me, this thing is becoming like it's becoming, what is the word, man? Kleptomania. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's getting out of hand now that we are having all of these money now, and yet we are still borrowing loan. And I understand why they're borrowing the loan, because the conditions are put forward to them that here, come borrow, we are open.
You know,
right?
One second, just hold. You talk about borrowing loans, right? Tomorrow we are carrying a story in which Jagdev said yesterday he took out $100 million US from the treasury to put to the Wales Gas to Shore project. And now the Wales Gas to Shore project does not, he has not come clean and clear to this nation whether this project is going to make money or not. Now listen to me carefully. There's 600 or 700 million US more. For this project, he's going to borrow it from the US Exim Bank. Okay? We collected $1 billion last in 2021, collected $1.2 billion in 2022. That's $2.2 billion US we don't collect. That money could have built the entire Wales gas plant and complete, and we not go borrow no money. But where is that money? That money disappear and it's just borrow, they're going to borrow. You understand? We have money, my brother, my sisters, we have so much money in this country. But them chaps is just thieving out their money and keep on borrowing. Look the Marriott.
Yeah.
The Marriott was built with borrow money.
Yes.
And now you making money, they're going to snatch it away. Everything, the Barbies Bridge, built with borrow money, but benefiting just the private people. This is what Jagdev doing. The Wales plant gonna be benefiting just the private people he is going to install in it. When Guyana will have to pay the debt, the 700 million US to the US Exim Bank. And if you notice, these foreign countries is not saying anything, you know. They are lovingly handing you it because they see your capability in the oil. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Now, listen to this now. So the Exxon people and this court case now that is before with them here. Mm-hmm. You know what I think should have happened? I think civic-minded people in the United States should now go to Houston, Texas, and protest in front of the Exxon Mobil headquarters about what is going down here in Guyana.
To do what?
And everywhere.
Why?
To protest what they're doing here, because they are the headquarters there, and they are just they're getting a free pass. I mean, they have no regards for Guyana and the Guyanese people.
Hold a second. Hold a second. You're pushing this thing too far. The people of this country is getting robbed, and them not standing up for themselves. Come on, man. Don't do that. You getting robbed, and you want me stand up for you?
No.
No, man.
I'm saying,
I understand what you're saying, But the fight has to begin at home.
Right, I understand that. But the Guyanese people, I don't understand, or I don't think like it's getting to them. Like I don't know if it's getting to them, but they're just reluctant to act because of the fear of being victimized and all this kind of thing. I don't know what is happening, but there is a force that is preventing the people then from doing what is required, what is right, and from what they know is wrong. And if we continue like that, it will not do us any good, and we are all doomed, as you would say.
My friend,
and I don't see this country going forward.
My friend,
Like you just not to cut your word. When you open up the program, you were talking about whether we are going backward or forward.
Mm-hmm.
So with that trend with that trend that is going on here now, we aren't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. This will remain a country where people from outside is going to come, benefit, and leave us in the mess. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. While our politicians, their pockets are going to be filled, and when their time comes, they will just move off. Meaning, I don't know by then if they're going to go to the different planets as the people are now discovering. Now they could go and live in one of these places. I don't know if they have that plan. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But I think that person that will have to save this country here, I hope he is in the making. And when he comes to prominence in this country, I think we will have to extend Mazruni prison, because a lot of them will have to go there. Mm-hmm. But that is something I would want to see in my lifetime. These people have to pay. They have to pay for what they have done this country for 57 years ago.
If God bless me with that will, with His will, man, I would love to do that. I'll bring them back even if they go to the moon. You know, they're having a special. They have made it into a commercial business now to go to the moon. $200 million you can go to the moon.
Yes.
Maybe they want to go live there.
Yeah. So we have to I want the Guyanese people to understand that this is very serious thing. 57 years has passed, and it's time now to act. We got to stop think and we got to act now. You have said enough. You have educated. To me, that for the 2 years that you've been on this program, I think somebody should be now in the process of compiling a book, write a book about this whole oil fiasco that is going on in this country. I think this is what is needed now.
We have to.
Books that has been written about different countries' oil industry. One hasn't yet written yet for Guyana.
My friend, me and you have to continue with the blessings we have. Me and you have to continue. Whether it changes tomorrow, it doesn't change tomorrow, it doesn't change next week or next month or next year. Let us continue educating them. That's what I believe in.
I agree with you, bro. And I hope the Guyanese people will use their judgment and their wisdom come Monday.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. All the best. Take care.
Thank you. Oh. This man called me about 50 times. Let me take this call. You have a call there? You have one?
No, we don't have a call.
Hi. Kevin, it's sad.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the Lall show.
No, good night. Just let me get away from the show. I would like to say that Mr. Jagdev, good night to you on the panel. Mr.
Yes, good night. Go ahead.
I would like to say that Mr. Jagdev said at his press conference, he don't know why so many people listening to, I don't want to say the names he called Mr. Lall, because I don't want to be so disrespectful to Mr. Lall. But what the nation must know, Mr. Jagdev did not tell the people at that press conference so they can share it with the nation that he, Mr. Jagdev, do not miss Mr. Lall's program. And if he do misses the program, he have it recorded so he can play it time over and again to listen to what Mr. Lall has to say.
Maybe he listens to every one of them before he goes to bed every night.
Yes, and it's not him alone. Everyone in the PPP cabal listens to Mr. Lall because they want to know what he's coming with. The man has everything right, correct, right to the point, on the dot. And they knows that. And that is why many more of their supporters slipping over from them into Mr. Lall's program so they can know the truth. And one day, the truth will hit them so severe in their face that they will not be able to stand up to it. Thank you.
I hear you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. You got another guy keep calling here. Let me take it again. Karen, you have one?
We have one.
Take it. Hold on.
Good evening, you're on to the Glenn Lall Show.
Good night, Mr.
Good night.
Mr. Lall, in my opinion, what I feel should happen. Now, when these politicians stay in power for 5 years or over, they think for 10 years or over, and they come out of power, I think for they feel the squeeze with the ordinary man feeling, they tension should be to the $3,000. They shouldn't be drawing out of the tension, because they make it money when they was in power. So when they come out of power, the tension should be same to the $3,000 citizens in this country, and then they would know what the man going to.
I hear you. Yes.
I hear you. You got to let it squeeze the ordinary man feeling, because when you put them in there, they get all the streets for the years they inside us in power. When they come out of power, they still reaching streets, because they get millions of dollars in tension. And the ordinary man who doing all the labor and fighting in this country, but he gets into the 3,000 when they resign and turn old age in this country, get into the $3,000. Right? So I feel he must feel the squeeze just like an ordinary man. When they're in power, they get the squeeze. When they're out of power, don't give them all the big pension, they get to let them know what small man going through.
Hold on.
Because them people live in luxurious life when they're in power, and when they're out of power, they live in the same luxurious life. Because they're getting a big pension, they're still getting social security, not that even though they're out of power. And the ordinary man life there on the line, because even if they get more than killed for the little that they get. Understand, things got to change in this country, man. They got to put these people through some pressure. But Mr. Lall, don't feel that the people who listen to you, their face they know. This country going to rise up a day, they're going to get up right in this country just time. People waiting to make the right move. I believe people waiting to make the right move. That is me thinking. People don't want to move while and get injured. I believe they got a time that people hear them go down. People just choosing the right tempo when they're going to start. I don't believe that people going to sit down and take this kind of thing out of anything and stuff. People are so stupid. It may look like the truth, but Guyanese is not so stupid. They got a time they're going to make a move.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, brother. I hear you. I've been hearing that same talk. Lots of people saying it's only time with them. Yes, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to reiterate to say to my Guyanese in general, politicians and the citizens at large, our country is so rich and presently we're not doing well. We're not doing too well. As much as all our resources are working, we're not seeing the benefits, and our people are suffering tremendously. I would like to use this opportunity to call on the government, the opposition, and the citizens of this country to wake up, because the beneficiaries of our wealth are not Guyanese, and it's very troubling.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It's very troubling. The Guyanese people are not the beneficiaries of our wealth. And I don't think they want to wait till it's all finished and then they're going to be crying over spilled milk, because everything is going to be overboard by then and there will be no coming back. So let us wake up, get our act together, and let our resources work for our nation and its people. I'm pleading with them.
Hold 1 second. Hold a second.
Yes, sir.
Hold a second. I keep saying something, and I think most of the Guyanese people are not getting it. From January to March, 2023, if you check the amount of oil, 400,000 barrel pump every day, within that 3 months, at $80 barrel, 2.8 billion US, 2.8 billion, 2,800 million US I'm talking about. Guyana get barely 219 million. out of that.
How can this be? How can this be?
Exactly. And hold on. And hold for me. Let me expound a little on this thing. The next two projects that will start pumping Liza 3 and 4 is the same methodology that will be going on again. They will be pumping 2,800 million US every 3 months or more, and that same 219 million Guyana will be getting. And every other two project is the same thing, because nothing is being changed as these projects are being approved. I only hope you understand. I am trying to make this thing simple, buddy. As simple as possible. You don't have to go to the university to understand how simple this thing is. But what the leaders telling you, oh, by 2026, money will be coming in. 2027, 28, yeah, money will be coming in. You know why the money will be coming in? It's because more projects is more penny. In short, it's same penny are you getting.
Exactly. And then you have the vice president had the audacity to say that he is going to borrow money and use it wisely.
My friend.
I can't understand it.
My friend, the way these people running this oil sector, uncle and auntie, we will not be able to pay off the little $3 billion that we get, buddy. And we will be borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. You see the Wales project now, another $3 billion borrowing. By the time these people done with Guyana and the PPP and the PNC and the AFC, they are like if they have no sea.
Oh my.
You understand what's going on? Are you really understand what's going on? This is why both the PPP and the PNC cannot handle Glen Lall. I have to be on their heads, in their heads, on their minds, morning, noon, and night. Every one of them. From Norton, President Ali, Ramjatan, all of them. I'm on their lips. I'm in their eyes. I can't come out of them, because what I'm doing here, educating you people. This is what, two things. Some of them doesn't know, and who know doesn't want me to do it.
And where does that leave us?
You're in trouble. We in trouble. They will be killed. There will be many, many more killings of hijacking, carjacking, robberies, and snatching, left, right, and center in all parts of this country.
Oh yes, ain't no doubt about that. The way things are going right now, no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
Them think handing out $40,000 now is going to bribe the people to come out and vote. Yeah, this is what they do. But my biggest fear is not what they're doing now. Come down the road when Exxon gonna give them a little stipend and say, hey, are you go out and give them purple, them brown and them black people one little 100, 200,000, and you got them. You got them there. You lock them off there. And you lock them off there. Yeah? That is when we got worry. For now, this little 20, 30, 40,000, hold a little more. Just wait a little more, people. They're going to throw $100,000 to $200,000 at your house. Yes. When the real general election come, and all of you going to be jumping like fools. Yes, are you going to be lining up. Man, like if I think this is the best thing can ever happen in your lifetime. Oh, not knowing, uncle, that you can get $200,000-$300,000 a month. A month.
Yes.
When Liza 3 and 4 start pumping, man, you know how much money each household can get, buddy? I'm going to tell you Monday. I'll tell you Monday.
All right, sir.
Right?
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good night. Have a good night.
You too, sir.
Oh. It's too much what's happening in this land. You need to understand, uncle. You need to understand, auntie. Crumbs. Yes, Crumbs. Are you living with Crumbs, brother?
Good evening, Len.
Good evening.
A wonderful program, man.
Thank you.
When I heard this program, I get so aggravated many of the times, and it's wonder to know how long these people are going to wake up, how long these people are still asleep, and when they will
Jagdev said, hold for me. Jagdev said he went to Essequibo, and I don't know if you tell him you're farming political party.
Jagdev, here, Glenn, that is one of the biggest problems they have presently now, that they want to know what is going to be the next move of the man and Lall. Here, but let's take our mind a bit off of Jagdev for now. The last time the president came to Essequibo, Irfanali, he went to all the African communities. He went to Dartmouth, and he went to Queenstown and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want the nation to understand the same. NDC worker, a girl that attached to the NDC here in Dartmouth, have asked Mr. President for a raise of pay. Say, Mr. President, our money is too small. Mr. Glenn, which part in this country, a single mother, single parent who are in an enhancement work can work for 2,000 Guyana dollar a day, Glenn? Which part in this world is that fair? Is fair enough? And when that girl asks him, man, it's so sad if I have to tell you, that girl replied, what she have
what she told him.
Yeah, Mr. Ali said that well, this enhancement work is just a stipend. Which part people can work and get a stipend for a pay, man. Then this is a country.
10-day worker, boy. 10-day worker, my brother.
And you can see all over this country, these people jumping up like a set of fools. I don't want to know when these people are going to wake up and demand what is rightly theirs, man. This is what the corrupted leaders have done all over. Fool, throw what we call pittance, ravelings. You understand? And just fool them, right? When I ask one of them, here this guy telling me, in Apanu, they not get anything.
With APNU will say the same thing. The APNU will tell the people, well, the PPP wouldn't give you this, and APNU will give you this, and this is what they do, man. When you listen to the press conference, PPP across PNC, and PNC across PPP. That's all they do. And the kind of cussing they're cussing is who give this one penny contract and who discriminate against this work. And man, the big issue of making Guyana into a first world country, you don't hear nothing about that. Like I said, is either they're incapable with their understanding of how business should operate in a country, or if they're totally corrupt. Thieves, I mean.
Yeah, Glenn, you know that you're doing a good program.
Thank you.
I always in support of your program, your
Thank
good
you.
work. And there are always good, positive outcome of what you're doing, man.
Thank you, brother.
The whole Guyana, this whole country, right? Just want to know what is going to be the next move.
I hear you.
Understand?
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
You enjoy your evening, man.
Thank you. You too. You too. Thank you. Enjoy the weekend. Yep. Yep. Nice. Z. One more we go. Okay? Take it. You got to want to hold it. Hold for me, please. Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. I listened to the thing with Jagdev talk with the pastor the other day. Man talking about the track record of the PCC. Right? talking about the track record. The track record, what you're talking about now is in 2019, you negotiate the contract. When you go in power, forget about that. Lie to it. Now you playing it out now, now you negotiate. The track record you're talking about the bridge. NIS pay most of the money for that the bridge. The friend get the biggest profit in the bridge. The Sanata complex just spent billions of dollars for repair it. The man buy for next to nothing. Now, he was saying about pay and guarantee. Yes, I instructed EPA to get the pay and guarantee within a month or whatever. Now, the judge passed the law that you must get the pay and guarantee now. He go and appeal it that can't happen. So that is the track record he's talking about. And that's what you want people to trust him for. Yeah?
Thank you,
now
brother.
My head making money, you're going to sell it again.
Yes.
That is business.
Yes.
Everything where you hang up on the Mr. Lall said before, all the time you say, everything what Jagier is shake corrupt. It's shake corrupt. And that's what Jagier talking about, boasting about track record for the PPP.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my contribution.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes, good evening, sir.
Good night, sir.
Yeah. Turn on your radio.
Good evening.
Turn on your radio.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My radio's on.
Go ahead.
Good night to everybody,
Good night. Good night.
That be in the studio with you, Give thanks to everybody who got a good heart, especially someone like you to try and highlighting the people of this country, what is really going on, with our resources.
Thank you.
And apart from our resources, sir, there's other things that needs to be fixed, because there are companies that come into this country and refusing to pay our operators overtime rates and these kind of things. There's a lot of things. And when you go to the ministry and these kind of things, it's like everybody doesn't get paid because there's no justice for the small man, And it's not just one sector needs fixing. To me, it's all the sectors needs fixing, because it's who know who. There's how this country running to me. There's no place for the small man that knows nobody or is a friend to somebody.
Can you hold a second?
Yes, sir.
This country, the PPP and the PNC does not have a structure, never put a proper system in place. There is no law and order in this country. This is a lawless place. This is a place run like if you are a party man, you get this and do you get that done. The ordinary people, I'm getting a feedback here. Raj, I'm getting a feedback here. Huh?
I'm on the road, sir. I'm in my car and it's paired to my stereo, so I don't know if that's a problem.
Yeah, okay.
I'm actually driving, listening.
Can you turn it down? Can you turn it down?
Any song you hearing is the bumps on the road that vibrate in my car, so my radio is completely off.
Well then the oil companies them. You gotta blame the oil company. Yes, I was telling you that there is no system, my friend. This country is a free for all country. Everywhere you go, you gotta give a little change here to get this done. Give a little change there to get that done. You understand?
I think that comes because everybody's on the bid.
Can I call you back? Can I call you back? Yeah, let me call him back direct. Yeah, but the gentleman is talking about there's no system. You understand? There's no system in place. Yeah, and I agree with him. I fully agree with him. There's nothing here. Nothing. There's nothing here, brother. So, what kind of country you expect to have? It's a one-man show. Yes. Good evening.
Yes,
I'm hearing
sir.
you
Good
clear now.
evening, sir. And it's like a one-sided affair. If you don't know no one, you know, there's no justice for you. There's nothing for you. There's no health care for you. I'm seeing private hospitals better than the government hospitals. How private people could afford better things than our treasury, sir.
Oh boy. You're raising, you know, I don't drink.
I'm seeing private people with more modern day equipment than our hospitals, sir. And all this money going into health care.
Wait, a gentleman called me earlier and asked me how much painkillers we drinking before I go to bed. And I don't drink any. I don't drink. I'd never use painkiller. Unless if I'm totally sick.
Sir,
Rather than that, no. But wait.
We need leaders with vision and we need leaders that care for our youth.
You know, yesterday, yesterday when this man was talking, when Jagde was talking about how he building 12 hospitals that will cost 600 million US. You know, I am like, oh my God, God help, please. Sometimes I have to say quiet and silent prayer immediately when I hear this man. 600 million. Wait. 600 million for build 12 hospital. You not got 12 doctor in this country, buddy.
That's another thing too, sir.
Hold on, man. You not got 12 doctor in this country. You not got 12 nurse in this country. You not got 12 technician in this country to handle one single X-ray machine. You hear me, man?
Yes, sir.
You not got no operator to operate these modern day equipment that has to be placed in this modern day health sector Jagdev is talking about that he's bringing Guyana into. And this clown talking about 600 million US. Buddy, everything the man of this built onto White Elephant, man. Look at all these things they're building. What happened to it? Look at the Georgetown Hospital. Doesn't even have a proper working machine. An X-ray machine.
You, Mr. Lall. Not to say cutting you, Mr. Lall. If you total the amount of money that is spent in the health sector on every budget, it's amounts to almost hundreds of millions too, sir. And
you know,
still got the same hospital.
1 second. 1 second. I told him the 160 million they borrow. He said 40 for build 3 hospital. One in Bobby's and one in Linden and one Georgetown. I tell him, give me the 40 and I will give him 3 hospital, 3 10-story hospital. I will build that.
I don't think Guyanese people understand the value of 40 million US dollars.
Man, 40 million can give you 3 10-story without with beds too inside, man.
Sir, I don't think people understand the value of 40 million.
But when this man, but when this man talk about...
A lot of people, sir, stereotype. A lot of people program. A lot of people still racial to me, you know.
Yes.
Because people seeing all of this and just being on a side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And that's foolish because the younger generation is going to suffer.
Well, my friend...
I see poverty in 25 years. I see poverty after oil because we have billions in debt and collecting millions, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Lumumba puts it very nice. The man say in Africa, once you vote them, and if them thief, you say it's okay, it's our we people, it's our we thief.
No, sir, a thief is a thief.
Well, this is what is happening in this country. The Africans, majority of the Africans see PNC as an African party. Majority of the Indians see PPP as an Indian party. So it's okay for me vote for me African thief or me Indian thief. And this is what is going on.
The nation wake up. I pray the nation wake up, you know, and more people become awake and start spreading information and try to wake up the nation. But you see, the hardest people to wake up is somebody that's not sleeping. It's somebody that's okay with the system. You know, it's somebody that already bought or paid for from or by the system.
I hear you,
See,
brother.
this country got a lot of trouble, sir. And if it's not though, people frightened that, you know, if they come out, they can have people that are gonna be targeted. You know, because this country ain't easy and it might look nice and these kind of things, but things has happened to people just because they're trying to speak out. You see, you, Mr. Lall, I pray for you and people like you every day.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
I know, I know who Guyana is. You know, it might look fun, it might look, opportunities, but Mr. Lall, this place is a serious place.
I hear you.
We need to mobilize more people like ourselves, you know, and I think we should form some kind of movement, sir, because there's only one way something could change, and we all know we got to change.
I hear you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
sir. Have a good evening.
You too. You too. Good evening.
Yeah, I'd like to make a question. I have a question for Mr. Lall.
Half a question. Go ahead. You got a minute.
Way back when there was an allegation from the Chinese national against the vice president. Whatever happened with that case?
Well,
it just went under the rug.
I know you're talking about the Sue. Mr. Sue. Who? Mr. Sue? Well,
yes.
He promised to sue Mr. Sue. And that matter sue out. Because Sue, they're in Guyana, and we ain't hear back nothing about Mr. Sue. Sue must be getting contract from another Sue or for another Sue. But we ain't know any Sue. That's where we are with it. That's how I can answer that.
Okay, because Mr. Jagdev, like, he's immune to everything that he's doing.
Jagdev is a big bluff. A man who you cannot trust. With not a word come out his mouth. Man, how much time you not tell her this thing?
By the way, I'm calling you from New York.
Yes, I saw the
I'm
number.
listening to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Have a
That's
good
my
night.
2 cents.
Yes,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
All right. With that, the operator is showing me it's time. I just want to wish you guys a beautiful weekend. And like I said, Monday, June 12th, you have an option. You have a choice. You wake up early, throw on your dandan, get out there and vote for any one of them. The PPP, the PPPC, or the PNC, or whatever C. Just go give them your vote. Have a great evening.